All right, so let's go ahead and dive right into question number 1, which is, what is FAB System 2.0? So as you may have heard from other sources, FAB System 2.0 is a training course. All right, so as we see here on one of James's pages, FAB System 2.0 is an 8-week training program. All right, so this training program is directed towards people that are interested in owning and operating a digital marketing agency, which is one of the best ways to dip your feet in to the online space. Okay, now this course, it's 8 weeks, like I said here, but it also includes a lot of things that you may not find in other places. There's a lot of ways to learn how to do digital marketing and how to operate and own a digital marketing agency, a lot of which can be really general and not specific. So one of the advantages to James' system and the things that he has laid out here is kind of typical of an indie author, an entrepreneur, is he has a lot of collateral. Okay, he has a lot of different things to help you do a step-by-step process in helping you build an agency. Now, with that said, there's a lot of advantages to that. There are a couple of disadvantages, which I'll highlight in just a second. But one of the really awesome things about this course is just how much is included, which we'll show you in just a moment. Now, if you scroll down this page, if we look at some of these other things, you can take a look at some of the social proof. We'll have a clip of some of these at the very end of this video. But James has really been able to help a lot of people so far. He's been able to work with a lot of different clients, really focusing on what it means to build an agency using tools that are focused on funnels and bots, and really helping his clients succeed that way. So that is what the system is. He's got a promo going on. This is, again, it's a launch sequence for him. So he's just getting off the ground as an entrepreneur slash coach. He's been doing digital marketing for a lot of years, but this is the first time that he's offering his instruction as a service in this particular sense. So I'm going to switch my screen really quick and let's show you exactly what's included in the course, and then we'll talk a little bit about James himself. Okay, so once you are enrolled in the course, if you choose to get enrolled in the course, this is the members area. So James is using a system called Kajabi to hold his content. He's doing that to help people kind of scale out some of the information that he's provided. He's really done a good job with this. So if you look at the members area, you'll sign in. This is the course itself. Mine's just a touch different because we're an affiliate partner and not necessarily people participating in the course full time. But this is what the interface will look like. There's a little note about the instructor, James himself. And really, when it comes down to understanding who he is, which we'll talk a little bit more about in a second, just to kind of give you an idea of who he is and why maybe he's doing this. But this course has a ton of information in it. Okay, we have everything from welcome notes, which we'll come back to in just a second. Really, from a week 1 to a week 8 process here. And he's really done a good job of outlining sort of a step-by-step methodology. So if you're a person that really likes to have guidance from a ground A to a ground B to a ground C sort of mentality and flow, then this is a great solution for you. Now, a couple of the highlights, things that I noticed as I was going through the different modules and from an instructor perspective, I really like not only the segments of time, but he covers some really important things that I think are helpful for people that are maybe new to digital marketing or even just new to business ownership in general. I see this a lot with people that I consult with, and one of the big things is you go through week 1 especially, is helping you understand what it means to run a business. Okay, so things like elevating your mindset from employee to a business owner. I'm kind of taking a higher level approach, right? Being responsible for more. There's some infrastructure stuff, but really helping people to identify not only how do you do the skill, how do you work with online and digital frameworks, but how do you actually, as a business owner, architect a infrastructure that'll help you succeed as a business owner. Okay, now it's really interesting as he goes through these different things. If you click on this, I will be able to see some of the descriptions, some just basic descriptions again from him on this, but you can go through each of these as you join the course. Now, week one's really important. I really like that he spends a lot of time with this. Okay. His titles for some of these are pretty creative and indicative of his age. He's a kind of a younger entrepreneur, but still experienced in doing some of these things. It's interesting actually because digital marketing has only been around for really about 15, not even 15 years, probably about 12 years. If we count sort of how Google Ads and Google's framework has developed, the way that Microsoft has developed. So it's really not a very old field. But James spends a lot of time helping those that enroll in his course learn how to connect with clients. Now, business is about two things. It's about one, relationships, and two, results. And James understands that well. And I think his framework here, the way that he's architected this course, is really, really helpful to helping people that are new to this finding a client, right? Landing your first client. This is probably one of the most important modules that you're going to encounter here. But really understanding, how do you get to clients? How do you scale your business? How do you make this a profitable thing, a sustainable thing for you, for your family, whoever it is that's involved with this, right? And so as you go through these different modules, he again does a pace-by-pace sort of methodology, establishing yourself as an expert, building authority, being able to create funnels, scaling things out, right? And I'm scrolling through these at a high rate. You'll be able to take more time and look at these later. But really just a great job of architecting it, lots of information, lots of ways to do this. So a good use of time to be able to go through each of these individual steps. Lots of information goes into building a business, okay? So that's the infrastructure, that's the, excuse me, that is the framework of the course. So he's architected it fairly well, it looks like. I don't have access to all of his videos at the current moment. This actually isn't even going to be released until tomorrow, which will be July 8th. But this is actually worth noting right here. If you take a look at James himself, I mentioned this just in passing, but James has actually been doing this for 10 years. He says he started at the age of 16. I have not a super close relationship with James himself, but I do know that he has successfully been able to gather an audience and been able to do that. So now that you're working from someone that is just a little bit younger, but maybe working that to your advantage in saying that he is someone that's grown up with technology, someone that is very familiar with this, and someone that has experience doing this for about 10 years. Now, with that being said, let's actually transition into who James is. So it's one thing to say, this is the course, this is what it includes, here's the dollar amount, etc. But let's talk a little bit about who he actually is, okay? Now doing just a little bit of social searching, if we move on over here to his Facebook page. So James here is an entrepreneur, right? But a couple of really important things. Even though he's an entrepreneur, he's had success, he has gathered a lot of attention, right? 13,000 people, a little over that. Been able to help a lot of different people. Some of his testimony videos, I've watched all of these, all really cool stories. Some of them are really powerful. But he has some authority in doing this. He's been successful with people. He's been able to take this infrastructure that he's used as a digital marketer and been able to help others with it. So you're welcome to check this out on your own, the official James Dhillon Facebook page. He also has Instagram. Instagram not as prominent as some of his other channels. This is more of a lifestyle thing. You can tell he kind of likes the cars and different things. I have no idea if any of these are his. I'm kind of doubting it a little bit. But those are some of the things that he's into. So know that he's been able to work with people. He's been able to capture a vision for people and help them to build successful businesses. You can also find his homepage right here at James-Dhillon.com. This will be a little bit more active as of tomorrow. He's going to be launching this again, this creative initiative in this course, and is going to be able to have a little more access here. So this is James. This is some of the accomplishments that he's had. And overall, one of our beloved indie creators. He's a person that's trying to help people find the best lifestyle for them, help them to develop skills in the digital age, and ultimately trying to make the world a better place with some of his products. So that's James, that's his course, and that is what we are trying to answer for tonight. So hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully the breakdown helps you to make a decision. Feel free to check out the links in the description below. You'll be able to see some of his Facebook page, the Instagram, and also be able to take a look at the course and be able to move on from there. So thanks again, guys, for watching. Hopefully this was helpful, and we'll talk again soon.
For everything that you've done, and I couldn't be more grateful to you and the FAB Agency System.
I first started following James last summer in 2018, and after talking with him, I felt that I could truly trust him, and I took a chance on the FAB Agency System.
Man, I cannot tell you how impressed I am with 7-figure power.
Honestly, when everything started, I was looking around for something that would help me out, and I just didn't know where to turn.
This stuff changed my life. Passive income, I'm making more than $30,000 a month, and I got time to spend it in exotic places, go to the beach whenever I want to.
To date, we have built a 6-figure business, and thanks to his on-demand support, I am super confident we will eventually reach 7 figures.
And, you know, everything has turned out so amazingly well. I mean, $138,000 later, 21 clients. I mean, it's just been better than I've expected. It's been just amazing, and I have you to thank and the FAB system to thank.
James, thank you so much. I am forever grateful to you and the FAB Agency System.
Incredible, incredible. Thank you so much. You changed my life. Cannot express in words what you've done for me, man. Thank you.